Hi friends, welcome back to MissionViewfinder. Have you ever thought about all the things that you would miss out on if you came to the foreign mission field? I mean, there's lots of things. At least I've thought of quite a few. And no, we're not at home. We are smack dab in the middle of the biggest city in Thailand. Right now, I'm standing here on the campus of, I think, the largest university in the country in front of this massive stadium. So if that's enough big words, yeah, that's where we are today. Now, I asked the question a minute ago saying if you came to the foreign mission field. Well, for me, it's not an if. I'm actually here in the foreign mission field. And yes, there are things that I have actually missed quite a bit, or at least thought I really missed out on. For example, you know, when we left America and came here to Thailand, the people that I had close friendships with, I was suddenly really far away from. And it was no longer easy to see them maybe in, at least once a year, or to just call them any time of day. It just becomes harder to maintain those friendships with people back home. Another thing that I really thought I was missing out on sometimes as a younger person here in Thailand was different events. Maybe summer camp, or there was a youth conference that often happened in the winter time that a lot of my friends went to, and it's like, I never got to go to it again, partly because we lived over here. Even though it was really close to my home in America one time, I didn't get to go because I was over here. And it's like, man, I'm missing out. And then there's things like not being close enough to family to go spend holidays with them, or to watch your niece and nephew grow up. It's just like, it's hard sometimes, especially if you really focus on it, like it becomes a huge deal. Actually looking like it might rain. I know you can't really see that in the camera, but it's getting really windy and kind of dark clouds out here, so I'm gonna head back to where we're staying. I'll see you there. Wait though. Even if I did stay in my home country, wouldn't I still miss out on stuff? Yeah, I actually would have. Would have missed out on a lot of stuff still. When my family lived in America, we still didn't get to go to all the friends' weddings that we wanted to. We didn't get to go to maybe every summer camp that we wanted to, or all the youth conferences. We still missed out. We didn't have the money to go to all those places. We didn't even have time sometimes. So, as it turns out, there's a lot of stuff that, yeah, I've missed out on here. But even if I was living in America, I still would have missed out on some of that stuff. I've been realizing more and more that it's really how you look at it. Because if I think about it, if I hadn't come to Thailand, if I hadn't come to a foreign country, what would I have missed out on? It's kind of the opposite of how we usually think. We usually think of, what am I missing out on? What do I not get to do because I'm not, where I think it would be kind of cool to be right now? What about the things that I'm doing though that if I hadn't come, I wouldn't have gotten to do and I would be missing out on? What about the people that I'm getting to see accept Jesus into their life? What about the ways that I'm getting to see God work? What about the life-transforming experience it's been to go through so many hard things and have to draw so much closer to God? Where would my relationship with God be? What would I be missing out on in my relationship with Him? Like, so much. So it's been really eye-opening as I've thought about it recently. Like, I've got friends getting married. A friend just got married, more friends getting married this winter. It's like, it'd be so nice to be there. I don't know if we'll be able to be there, partly because of COVID. But even if we don't go, it's like, you know what? There's stuff that I don't want to miss out on here. There's stuff that God is doing here. I know God's put me right where He knows I will be the happiest. And that's what I don't want to miss out on. What God has given me is the best. And it's not worth trading for something that you think might be really fun and is really sad to miss out on. Friends, let's be thankful for the things that God has given us, for the opportunities that He gives us every day to see Him work and to just experience Him in our lives. There's so much that, we don't get to do. We don't get to be everywhere. We can't be in 3 places at once. I've learned that the hard way. But God has so much for us. And if we follow His leading and we choose to be where He puts us, those other things that we think we're just missing out on by not being there for, in eternity, I think we're going to be able to look back and say, no, we didn't miss out. God gave us what was best.